Hey YouTube, hope you are digesting the Go Battle League analysis. I just did a quick analysis this morning. You can go check out that video. Gave you a quick preview of what's going to be buffed and nerfed, but I will do a full in-depth analysis tomorrow with potential rankings. So check that out tomorrow. But the season is on, and the thing with the season updates is Go Battle League, you get the update for 3 months of the season. It is everything you need to know. Whereas the actual season itself, the Precious Path in Pokemon Go in general without GBL, is very sparse on information, and then they update the weekly events every week. So you get there's only like two or three things that I really care about in this analysis is what are the bonuses for the month, what are some of the special research tasks and wild spawns, and if they're save the dates sort of thing if you need to focus on what dates are coming. So we can skip research because there's going to be research. You're going to get a masterwork research for money if you want that. There's new Pokemon discovered, but the new Pokemon are all pseudo widow wearing attire, charge bug wearing attire. A couple new Pokemon make their debut here. Max debuts Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, and Gigantamax Meowth. Look at that stretchy Meowth. Save the dates. So we have the 6th and 7th, which is the community days, which are if you miss any of the community days during the year, this is your opportunity to get them. We have a classic January 4th, new one January 18th, and new one February 1st. That's pretty close together. February 1st and January 18th, 2 weeks apart. You got the Go Pass, which you can do that. You got your tiers. I'm not going to go into that. Other content creators will. And it's a lot of potential money. We already went over GBL this morning. Seasonal rotations. Okay. So the research breakthrough. So every 7 days, if you complete your task, you get a potential research breakthrough. Nothing here that matters, quite honestly. Galarian Mr. Mime, maybe a little more rare, but it has been available. Lapras and Snorlax since basically day one. Honedge and Dreepy are going to be the more rare ones. Dreepy will get a community day in the future, probably 2 years from now. And Sinistea was around in the wild more in a recent event. So not anything you need to care about research breakthroughs. RIP the days of the legendaries. For those of you who, I don't want to rub it in, but for those of you who were not around during like 2018, 2019, this was Kyogre, Groudon, Cresselia. Like those are your options that you would get for the research breakthrough. Like, then those are the only options. To see it the way it is now breaks the heart for the older players. Following Pokemon, even the eggs, they don't really say much of what's in here, right? So like Cleffa, Smoochum, Bergmite in the 2 and more, and then you got some 5-kilometer hairs, and Snom, I guess, is more of like a rare one that we haven't seen a ton of. In the 5, Adventure Sync rewards, same old. 7-kilometer eggs, same old. And 10 kilometers, not much there either. So I personally, if you've watched this channel for a while, you know that I believe the eggs are by far the worst part of the game. I think they are not only very RPS and sort of money hitting because you need incubators, but they are just do not give you good value. Most of the Pokemon in these eggs, if you've been playing for any considerable amount of time, are useless to you. So kind of a tough one if you're looking for eggs. But this is where we want to talk about, and unfortunately, it is by far the worst I've seen in a long time, because what they used to do is they used to rotate the guaranteed XL candy for trades, which we just had, and they would rotate that with an extra raid pass. And you know what? I would be fine with either of those. I think that the extra guaranteed candy XLs for trading will allow you to build up a bunch of Pokemon specifically for GBL, where you just have a lot of just like tough Pokemon to get, like your dragons like Dreepy and stuff, or Honedge, or if you need like XLs for Ultra League for like anything from Mandibuzz to whatever Ultra League Pokemon you need XLs for, or even Great League XLs like Bastion. Guaranteed XL trading is by far the best one. Honestly, a close second is a second raid pass per day. For those who are free to play players or do not want to invest a ton of money in this game, getting an ability to do a second raid during the day is huge, right? So those are by far the best bonuses. And here we are with 3 bonuses two of them I do not find that super valuable. I guess the increased dust, stardust, depending if you like, if we're getting like a bonus dust catch event plus, uh, if you're on like the seventh day and you catching a like higher Pokemon like Odino, you can like stack it with like a star piece, and that would add up. But for the most part, increased stardust at the beginning of the first catch of the day is not that valuable, and neither is increased friendship bonus damage dealt by Pokemon in raids. If you're like in a remote area and you only have a couple friends, then yeah, that's probably valuable. But if you are in a raid with anywhere from like 5 to 10 people, it's less valuable. So I guess the best one of the three is one additional special trade per day. And I think that does have value, especially if you are catching these legendary Pokemon and you have a couple hundred legendary Pokemon sitting in your storage. Being able to trade 2 a day and get, I was gonna say, you wouldn't get the XL candy unless it's over 100 kilometers, but just being able to trade legendaries multiple times could be strong. Again, it'd be much more valuable if you can have a guaranteed special extra trade with XL candies. That would give you the ability to actually get value out of those legendary trades as opposed to still needing them over 100 kilometers to get that XL. So the bonuses are not great this season, and with that, it's at the end of the thing here. So not a ton to cover. I cover the events weekly here. So if something comes out, I will cover being like, here, there's a new Pokemon. Here's how good it is. So stay tuned for those event covers during the week. I'm going to cover communities and stuff like that. But for the most part, kind of a lackluster announcement. That is why, I've seen 6 to 7 GBL content creators putting out here's the GBL content, and I have yet to see any of the content creators put out, and maybe it is updated when I'm filming. Like, I'm filming this at like 10:45ish, but Mark went for GBL. Mark went live. Okay, there's a Trainer Club. So Trainer Club jumped over it, but like myself, Home Slice, Yonkis, Mark, all put out the GBL updates immediately. And the only one I'm seeing with the new season for Precious Pass here is the Trainer Club. So no one else has really jumped on it yet. Again, I'm not subscribed to everyone, but I'm subscribed to like the majority of the content creators. So, that's why these are never huge announcements, because a lot of the big announcements come from those weekly updates, which we will cover. Anyways, that is it. Just want to give you this a quick video. Again, hit the subscribe button if you're new. Stay tuned for an in-depth analysis on the meta. I gave a quick overview of like the ones that should rise and ones that should fall. So something like Jellicent and anything just with Shadow Ball, Jellicent, Licky Licky, those will be on the rise. Powder Snow got buffed and Icicle Spirit got buffed. So Walreign's obviously on the rise. A couple other ice Pokemon in there I think are going to be on the rise as well. And then Parabolic Charge got nerfed. So Dedenne, Bellibolt will be worse. Shadow Sneak got nerfed. So some Pokemon like Giratina Altered will be nerfed a bit. And then there's going to be some sort of like depends on the it depends. So we're going to cover all that in depth tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. And that is it. We still have 1 week left of Pokemon Go. For those of you who aren't in my Discord, so last set of yesterday, I hit Legend. And this morning, with the same team, ran to 3168. So I went from struggling to hit Legend, worried that I may not hit Legend this season, to I will be on the leaderboards this afternoon. So, that is the inconsistency that is my battling game. When I'm on, I'm on. So, anyways, stay tuned for all that. Mixture of covering next season plus GBL for the rest of the week. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.